Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with a little bit of a different video. So I wanted to talk with you for a little bit about how I keep track of my digitals and how I am or am not sorting and organizing them very well. So the inspiration for this revamp is from a video, organization video studio tour that I watched by Yvonne at Memory Journals by Yvonne. She is my friend from the Netherlands, and she showed how she has sleeves and she has binders, and she puts an image of a digital inside of the sleeve so that she has just a quick visual representation of what she has. Now, let me tell you my nightmare with digitals, because I had, please do not laugh, okay? I have been collecting digitals for 4 years. I didn't realize it had been 4 years. I had 75 pages of Etsy purchases. So crazy amount of digitals. And so it took me probably nearly a week of doing a little bit every night, where I just went into Etsy, I clicked on the main image of the digital purchase, and then I just saved it to my downloads, save as download, save as download, and then I printed them all out. That was a huge cost for me in terms of paper. Ink is not a problem because I have the Instant Ink program, so that wasn't a worry, but I did print a lot of paper, so you're going to see that here in a minute. And then I also invested in some binders, so I have 8 total binders that are 2 inches. Some of them are for my stencils because my stencil binder was on its last leg, so I have some overflow so I can keep with this pastel tone, which I really love for my studio. So, and I put the butterflies on it just because I love butterflies, and it just gives a little bit of pizzazz. I'll put some labels on here once I completely finish that says what digitals are in, not a list of digitals, but for instance, I have my chapter 1 and my Ruby and Pearl are all separate. They're all together. So I'll put Ruby and Pearl, and I'll put Amity Bloom, and I'll put chapter 1. Most other things are not going to be sorted in that way. Some of them are sorted by season. So I have my winter, Christmas together, spring together, and so on and so on. But I will get to that in a moment. But I wanted to show you how I digitally keep track. So I do keep a spreadsheet of all of my digitals. This is just a snapshot of the very top of the list. They are in alphabetical order, and it shows if I downloaded it or not. So this is going to be very important for me, because when I was doing my work, this very long process, I found a lot of digitals are no longer, the shop is either closed, or that particular digital isn't being sold by that creator, so I can't get that snapshot like I was getting for the other ones. Not a problem, because most of them I downloaded. I did lose a few. I'm still doing some research on some that I cannot locate. Hopefully they're on a secondary drive here in my studio. So that's my spreadsheet, which I'm terrible at keeping this updated. Terrible at it. So I thought, if I purchase a digital and I just do that print screen right away and then just put it on my desk, then I can log it. I know most of the main page digital image has the creator or the shop name on it. Not all of them. I'll go back and research the other ones, and I'll be able to just like print that, and if it doesn't have the creator on it, I can write that on there right away. Because my problem is I'm not a procrastinator per se. I really am that person that if it's in my head to do it, I do it right then. But this is not one of those areas. It's very overwhelming for me. And the other problem that I have is that I create folders for all of them, for the actual digital files. But this is another thing that's very, very hard for me to keep up with, because most digitals, when you download the file, it doesn't have that it's Amity Bloom. Well, Amity Bloom does, I believe, but that's just an example. And so it can be hard to match up the digital with the file. And so I'm thinking that my screenshot also will help with that, because I can just, again, put that out, and then maybe at the end of the day or the end of the week, I can log all those, sort them on my computer. Right now, the computer is a mess. I've got downloads in, downloaded on such and such a date, downloaded on such and such a date, to sort, whatever. I mean, it's embarrassing, honestly, but this is my digital way that I keep track of them. So that is that. Now let me show you, I still have, let me just bring this over. I still have this much that I still have to put in binders because I ran out of sleeves. So, so I had to invest in the sleeves as well. So that was like, but I was like, as I did this research and I started printing everything, that snapshot, I discovered that I had purchased kits multiple times, and it's ridiculous. It's not very smart of me to do that. And so these are sorted. They just have to be put in a binder still. And the binders hold actually quite a bit. These ones are ones that I found either the shop no longer exists, or they don't support the file. I mean, they don't have a screenshot, or the item isn't still in their shop. And so what I did is I pulled them up. Let me put that one aside. I pulled them up. I went and I searched my computer for Among the Wildflowers. I was able to find the digital file, and then I just attached it here. So I'll be able to put that in a binder. So, but again, some of them I can't find. Angela Kerr, I purchased a lot from her. She's no longer on Etsy. Thankfully, I only lost a couple small items from her that I didn't actually download, it appears. So I'm sure I could reach out to her and she'd help me out, but I'm not going to worry about that. So let me show you the binders and my theory here. So I'm just going to flip these back over so that I can get to the pink one. So again, they're a 2-inch binder, perfect size, and I can get 4 of these in my Calyx open box, the open space. And so I have just one free space that I was able to use over to my left, so it's nearby. I have, there will be a whole binder of just background papers, digital, tea stain paper, coffee stain paper, and other colored backgrounds and other neutral backgrounds that will go in a binder over on the other shelf, because I can't house them all here unless I get more resourceful, which is possible. I'm pretty good at that. So let me show you. And I did tape the butterfly on. You can kind of see that crinkling tape because it wouldn't kind of round that edge. But this one happens to house I also sorted, I did a lot in the beginning. I purchased a lot of My Porch Prints. Absolutely love their work. I kind of moved away from them just because I was exploring some other avenues of digital creators. But a lot of this is My Porch Prints. So let me see where the end of My Porch Prints is. I also invested in dividers, but the dividers do not stick out. Oh, I don't have a divider in this one. So there should be a divider here. And then I've got Christmas and winter. So this is what I have for My Porch Prints alone. So basically what I did again is I just went into the Etsy, and once I clicked on the link, or not the link, but the picture, and I was just able to right click, save to downloads, and then go back and print them out. The copy is not great because I did not use all of my best ink for these, but you can see what I did here. But this is the start of other Christmas, Rach and Bell crafts, and then I moved from that into autumn or fall digitals. And so basically I just have a snapshot of my main kits. Now, that being said, I know that this is not representative of everything I have saved on my computer. So as I begin to go through the digital files, I will probably find more. Maybe that's because, again, maybe the seller doesn't sell it anymore, and I still want it represented in a binder. And so we got autumn, and there's a divider, and then ocean or beach themed. And then we've got some spring stuff back here. and so on. So, and I've left a little bit of room, so you can see I've got another good inch. I now have another good inch of space in this one, so I've got plenty of room to grow. So that is one binder, and I'm just going to set this down on the floor. And then let me show you this one, just so you can have an idea. Oh, so this is my Ruby and Pearl, okay, and Chapter 1. Okay, Ruby and Pearl and Chapter 1 are all in here. And because they're another one that I purchased quite a bit from. I love their stuff. And what Sweet Yvonne did, I always forget to call her like Memory Journals by Yvonne, because I call her Sweet Yvonne. But this idea was totally her. And so what she also does is, if she's got little bits of scrap and stuff, or other pieces that she wants to be able to visually see, she'll stick it in the sleeve as well. I'm not going to do that just because I don't want to bulk them up. But yeah, and then I've got some Raindrop Lila and Amity Bloom here, and then I've got, I didn't separate these for some reason, and I've got some Shabby Chic. So I did struggle a little bit with how to categorize them. So I have Shabby Chic, and then Seasonal, and then Words and Phrases, and Fussy Cuts, and such. So you're going to see more of that as we go along. And then, so this is what I called Shabby Chic, okay? And then we've got another divider, and then this is all my boho stuff. I collected a lot of boho work here because I did the boho journal, which I'm still working on. Well, it still needs to be worked on. I have not been well for about a week and a half, and so I have not been very creative. I haven't been creative at all. The videos you see going up were pre-recorded, so yeah, that's the boho stuff. And so that's the other cool thing, is that sometimes somebody will say, oh, where did you get that image of the girl with the scarf? And like, I link everything in my video description box, but if they want to know specifically this girl, I can come here and go, oh, this is Boho Women from Calico Artfuls. Okay, and then I can give them that information. So that's going to be super helpful. Again, not every digital has the creator on it, so I'll have to go and do some more work. Like this one doesn't. I believe this is, I don't even know who this is from. I'll have to go look that up. So it tells you what the image is, but it doesn't tell you who created it. And then we've got a bunch from Wild Rose Bohemian. So yeah, really, really cool. So again, more work to do there, but it is a good start. And I'll probably do some rearranging because I think I have some duplicates for some reason. My printer at times printed two of the same picture, so that was unfortunate. So this is the third binder. And so this has Fussy Cuts. Not only Fussy Cuts, but, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Fussy Cuts for various things. Even though this is autumn, I left the Fussy Cuts here. And then, oh no, this is my Porch Prince. What? What did I do? Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. This was the first binder we looked at. Oh, this is Christmas. That's why. So this is Christmas and winter. This is not my Porch Prince. So that was my bad. But I did want to leave the Christmas kits from my Porch Prince in the Christmas section. And so this is my Porch Prince stuff. So probably more than I showed you before. Well, not about the same. So that's the other kits. And then we've got Words and Phrases. So I've got a sheet. Again, most of them have the maker on them. And this is so helpful because my typical reply to people is, I'm sorry, I don't know, because when I print them out, cut them up, I throw them all together. So now I can come out here and go, oh, visually I can see the general font and design of a particular digital, and I can look further and say, oh, this is from my Porch Prince or whatever. So this one does not have the maker, so I'll have to, oh no, Calico Collage. I have a lot of Calico Collage stuff. So Pixie Dust Files is another one. So that is all my words and phrases and such. So really fun. I did leave the seasonal ones in with all of the phrases and quotes. So that is that. Lots and lots. I am a big quote word person, so that is how much we have of that. It's a lot of words and quotes, so boom. But now I can assure myself that I'm not going to double purchase, because in Etsy, when you use the search field, it doesn't necessarily help you. Like sometimes it doesn't turn up, oh, found no results. Even though I'm using a descriptive word from the kit, it doesn't always show up. And so then these are other fussy cuts. So I've got butterflies, flowers, the paper clip slips from Love Junk Journals, and some tickets, teacups. These are old digitals that I purchased when I first started. More butterflies, hardware, and then mixed media butterflies. These are from Sweet Pea Curiosities, mixed media birds and butterflies. I did not sort them yet by what they are. I just figure it's easy enough to just flip it through. I might, when I feel so inclined, I might go back and organize some of these. But this is all kinds of fussy cutting stuff. I also have a section for smaller cards and, you know, ephemera that are littler. I put in here if it's not part of a kit. So like this one, I purchased this one twice. Really, really frustrating to realize that I did that, because it's so nonsensical. So you can see we've got just a bunch of beautiful stuff. And then this section is labels. So I have a ton of labels. Oh, I put labels and tags in here. So again, if it was a tag set that was not part of a kit, I did put it in here like that. And then the bird cards, and I'm not sure why those butterflies are there. They should be with the fussy cuts. But you can see I have a method to my madness now where I did not before. This is from Love Junk Journals, and I have never used this kit, because I lost track of it. So I have too many. I need to visually see the picture, and I think it's really going to help me. And again, there was an investment involved here to, and I would say I probably spent about $75 if I were to guess on the binders, the sleeves, because I ended up getting 500 sleeves. Just so I have some overflow as well, because I didn't have any in my stash. So, and then the paper, didn't go through a ton of paper, but I did use everything I had. So then I had to reorder paper that I use all the time. So this is super, super great. And then these are stamps in the very back. So one more binder, and then I want to show you, what else did I want to show you? I think that might be it. I'm going to attach some photos at the end, because I did make some changes in the studio that I think might be inspiring to you, because I use a lot of baskets too. So I have a lot of drawers for supplies, but I have a lot of project baskets. And so I made little square labels, and I put an eyelet in them, and then I strung some baker's twine on them. And so now every basket has something on it that describes what's in it, because I can just visually turn to my left and go, oh, there's the winter journal basket, the Paris journal basket, collage supplies, the boho journal, grungy Christmas journal. So I can look over there and see that. And so every basket in my studio now has a little placard that tells me what's in it. So this is the last one. I just housed my dividers in here. I haven't put all the dividers in. And I may decide as I expand on this that I might divide things up a little bit more. I don't think so, but why is this? Oh, this is labels too. This is an overflow of labels, so, and other things. So like this one is a beautiful, beautiful kit, but this is just the ephemera bit, and I never use them because I never printed them out. Or I started buying from Pink Marnock Prints a long time ago. She was one of the first sellers that I started purchasing from. So yeah, lace frames, and then on and on. We've got labels, vintage labels, grungy labels, Paris labels, and so on. And then we've got people in the back. I know that this is not all of my people, so I need to figure out where they are. So I'll be spending some time going through my digital files and seeing if I missed stuff, but this is what we've got. So, and then I'm just going to show you, since I have not put them in sleeves yet, I want to show you what my thinking is on all of the background papers. So I'm just going to bring this back over. Again, this is stuff that I had to manufacture a screenshot. These are more My Porch prints I didn't get in the file yet. And then this is like, it's stuff that I didn't want to get lost in ephemera filing, and because it's like background stuff, but it's not tea stain, it's not solid paper. So, but that's a full sheet of paper. So I wanted it somewhere where I could see what I have a little bit better. So that's going to be separated out in the binder. This is either just straight up colored backgrounds, like solid backgrounds. We've got grungy backgrounds. I love grungy backgrounds. So all of this distress stuff, which I think I've never used this paper because again, I have too much and I can't visually see it all. So I think this system is going to help. I used this paper a lot last year in the autumn journal. And so, yeah, as you can see, I love grungy. So I've got coffee tea stain. So in here, it was just anything that didn't have writing on it that can act as a solid page. Liana Scrap is one of my favorites. This is a pack of coffee and tea stain paper that I use the most. And then tea stain paper. I think Figaro Designs is, well, I got the print, so it must be still valid. I don't know why I was thinking they were not. And then we also have the kind of lined paper, echo dyed paper. And so as you can see, if I had a resource to look at, I maybe didn't need to get this one because I already had one. But that's what happens when you don't have a good system for keeping track. Now this one does have some script in it, but I'm still going to leave it in here because it has a lot of solids as well. So I think this might be a duplicate print, not a duplicate digital. So you can see the kind of the method to my madness here. I think that's a duplicate print as well, which I'll sort as I get going. Yellow grunge, that's more of a golden yellow tones. Light coffee stain, this is another favorite digital. Who is this? Oh, Studio 42, Artie Mays. And this is one I think I've never printed. I do not recognize this paper. So this is going to be awesome. This is an early digital fit. I've purchased a lot from her as well. And so, yeah, that's the lined paper and the solid paper. This is avocado paper. I wish this wasn't like this because it makes it look like this is the paper, but it's actually this avocado paper. So that is that. And then this is more like mixed media-ish lace design paper. So we've got some lace tattered ledgers, which I've used this stuff a lot, but you can see it's got a lot of mixed media effect on it. So I wanted that with backgrounds, but not with solid backgrounds. So that was, again, the theory. We've got our tattered lace and rustic lace from TaylorMade. This is fairly new. I've used this a lot in the the Renchi Christmas journal. So again, that's that. And was that the end of that? Nope. And this is another one I purchased from Rachel Bella Crafts. I've never used it. And isn't it gorgeous? So, Sweet Pea Curiosities, I believe, yes. And more lace paper and embossed vintage papers and more lace background pages. And then Sweet Pea Curiosity chip paint. I love this paper so much. I've used this quite a bit. So, and then this is from TaylorMade, and this is not a negative against her, but this doesn't appeal to me. But if I want to use it, I want to be able to reference it. So I kept it. I don't think I've used it. Tea stain paper. This is from Ruby and Pearl, and then old parchment paper lace. This is an early purchase as well. An early purchase. Okay, so that's that. And then here we've got more. I'm just going to kind of flip through it so you can see. I don't want to be here too long. So we've got they're more background papers, but they do have some, musics, a little bit of flair of some, some roses, some florals and things like that. Buttons. This is gilded gilded leather grunge. This is from TaylorMade. I have not used this. I did print some out when I was working on the fairy journal, but I didn't end up using it. And then again, oh, this should be in the other one. So let me slide that over. Okay, and that should also be in the other one. Does not really matter. It looks like I got some things mixed up, and I apologize. These are upside down. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. These are all going to be in one binder. So we've just got all this beautiful background to pick from. So that is that. And one more little stack, and then I will let you go. Oh, this is stuff that I haven't filed yet. So I was debating. I did a bee journal, so I've got a handful of bee paper, and then paper dolls, and more shabby chic. It was really, really hard for me to sort the digitals that were kind of one-offs because I don't have a lot of them, but I felt like this was a good representation of shabby chic. So I might do a separate section for Sam Poole. I have quite a bit of hers as well. And then we just got some random stuff, some fairy stuff, doors and windows, and grungy butterflies and such like that. I also have grungy bees. Oh, maybe that's in the bee stuff. I think it's in the bee stuff, but anyway, same creator. But that is basically it. I got just a mess of stuff here to still get in folders, or in sleeves, but I hope to get that finished today. So again, I'll take some pictures just in case you guys are curious about how I keep things organized. I move things around a lot. I also purchased some new poly envelopes. They're 8.5 by 11, so that when I have also my storage system for paper. I can't remember who asked me in the comments, how do I handle my paper storage, my digital storage? I don't. That's the problem. And so I'm beginning to accumulate those Polly Pockets, the little dolls, so that when I'm done with a kit, I can stick everything in one poly envelope with all the fussy cuts, slap a sticker on it, and put it down in the garage in the file cabinet. I still have not gotten down there to put things in the file cabinet because there's a bed down there and there's a chair down there that I need to just get rid of, and I haven't done it yet. And so so that will allow me to take, so I have bigger sleeves, bigger poly envelopes that won't fit in the drawer because I didn't realize they were too big. And so when I'm done, those ones I'll keep in the studio to use for storing my digital papers as I'm using them. And then when I'm done, I'll transfer those into one of them that fits in the poly envelopes that will go down in the garage. Because it's been very irresponsible of me to not have an organized system down there, because I end up reprinting things because I don't know where they are down there. There's two really large bins with lids on them right now that are storing everything until I get them in the file cabinets, and it's embarrassing to no end. So that is it, my friends. I hope that it was helpful to you. I hope that it inspires you to look at how you're organizing your digitals. How do you keep track of them? And but thanks to sweet Yvonne. I loved watching both of her videos on her studio, and oh, there you go, some bonus balloons. It was very inspiring to me, and I'm a super organized person, so it was impressive to me that really resonated with me, that was a system that would work for me, because I'm very, very organized in my studio, so I pretty much know everything I have and where it is, other than paper. So blessings, my friends, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.